Hey y'all, welcome back to another NV Creations coin roll hunting video. As you see before us, we got 10 more rolls of quarters. After coming off that banger of a hunt last week on those dimes, if you guys haven't checked it, go back and check out that video. That was one amazing video. But like I said, we got 10 rolls here. We're going to hunt through these quarters, see if we can't find any business strikes or proof coins or some silver maybe. Who knows what's in these bad boys. I love going through quarters because they have so many different varieties for you to check out. It's fun. So I will quit rambling on and let's get into these quarters. Alright, well, here we go on some quarters. Like I said, we got just a couple of obverses there. Can't really tell what we got. We could have checked to see if there was any S business marks, but I'm not seeing anything that looks like silver. So we'll get in a little closer here and see what we can find. I do like to pull out the 2009, oh Jesus, San Francisco business strike there because it's got the S mint mark. Not a great shadowing on that. We got ourselves the Bombay Hook business strike, so there's a score for roll one already. I didn't even get through rambling on what I like to hang on to. 2009 to 2012 low minted. I like to hang on to those, make rolls out of them if anybody's interested. If I have them in stock, they are on my website, nvcreationsmontana.com. Man, business strike right off the bat. Here's my favorite quarter, the 2020 Samoa National Park. I hang on to all those just for my collection. I might sell some off if anybody's interested in them. But just keep going through these, see what we can come up with. Try to find maybe a West Point minted 2019 or 2020. Pretty dirty ones in here. Definitely a lot. Whoa! Throwing stuff around there. Like I said, there's just so many varieties. You got all 50 states, you got the territories, national park, women's series. There's just so many things to look for. Makes it fun to hunt if you're just getting into it. Do a little research, learn what to look for on your quarters. There are error quarters out there too with die chip errors and grease errors. Haven't found one of those yet, but I do keep an eye out for them. Like this is one, it's got the die chip error on the hat. It'll look like he's got a blob on his head. Those are good ones to look for. The Wisconsin quarter with the extra leaf, that's another good one to look for. I mean, there's errors on so many quarters from them punching so many that stuff starts getting messed up on the dies. Our first roll, we found our San Francisco business strike. That's going to give us 2 points on whole roll number one. So I'll get this cleaned up. We will enter our scores on the sheet and I'll move on to roll number two. Alright, here we are on roll number two. Nothing fancy on the enders. Let's do a quick silver check if we can get this roll to open nicely. Silver check, I'm not seeing any on the edges. I have been known to miss that once or twice, but you never know. Just gotta be vigilant and keep an eye out. Maybe something will jump out at you. Maybe something won't. The joy of hunting. Never know what's in these rolls. Like I said, if you guys haven't checked out last week's dime video, you need to check that out. There are some crazy finds in there. Here's a 2012 Denali we'll hang on to because that's lower minted. American Samoa from 2009 will also be a low mint. So we'll hang on to that one. Same with the District of Columbia, another 2009 low mint. Finding a lot of lower minted coins in this roll, which is awesome. Really got to watch those 2019 and 2020s for that W mint mark. I have found a couple. Great feeling when you do. There's another 2012 Acadia low mint. We'll hang on to that one. So we did pull out some lower minted coins, none of which are point worthy, but they are worthy of my collection. So 0 points on roll 2. Let's see what roll 3 has for us. Alright, roll number 3. It's gonna have, there's a Hawaiian Volcano, that's a 2012, so I know we'll be hanging on to at least one coin out of this roll as a low minted, not a point coin. Interesting looking one here. Not going to be silver, but very corroded Alaska. So you never know when you're going to find something kind of cool in there. A lot of the times you're just finding junk. Take them right back to the bank and cash them in for another roll. Easiest way to keep your hunt going. You only pull a few coins out at a time. You can hang on to your initial investment. We need to do a 10 roll quarter hunt. It's only $100. Take $2-3 out. You only have to add a couple dollars when you take them back to start over again. So far, nothing jumping out at me yet. Nothing on that one. Here's a bicentennial. I like to hang on to those. Make rolls of them as well if anybody's interested. I'm going to hang on to that 84 for my retirement fund since that's the year I was born. Kind of a quiet hunt, only finding a couple of coins in this one that are worthy of hanging on to for me. But we are still pulling stuff out. This should be our Hawaiian Volcano, so we'll hang on to that. So all we got out of that one was a couple more non-point collected coins, so I'll get this cleaned up and we'll move on to that fourth roll. Alright, well, roll number 4. Start out with just a couple of enders. I think that one is a 2011. I can kind of see the date on it. So we will be getting one more coin for our collection. Look for them silvers. Not seeing any. So we'll dig in. Great sand dunes on one ender. 65s, I always look to see if they're copper or silver. Sometimes they did punch a few 65s with some surplus 64 blanks, so you can find elusive 1965 silver, which they're very rare to find. There are some of them available. Just trying to remember the word. Planchette is the word for a blank, coin blank before they punch it. So far, not a good roll. Hopefully there will be something. I will hang on to that as a Montana. Being the state I'm from, I hang on to all Montana quarters. Make a lot of rings out of them. If anybody's interested in rings, I do sell those on my website as well. I can make them out of any state or territory, all that stuff. I've got a surplus of coins to make rings out of if anybody's interested. There will be a link in the description to my website if you want to go check it out. And our 2011 Olympics. So just one 2011 and one Montana out of roll number 4. So nothing worth hanging on to point wise. Still a little something for the collection. So let's get into roll number 5. Alright, roll number 5. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything fancy off those enders. I am not seeing any silver. So we'll get inside. See what we have. So far, it's pretty quiet. Another 84 I'll hang on to for my collection. My retirement fund, as I call it. Hang on to all the 1984s that I find. Went into my bank today to cash in my change to get these rolls, and they told me their coin machine was down, so I got to take them to a different bank to get them cashed in. That's alright. Maybe I'll grab some other coinage while I'm at that other bank, and we can see if their stuff's any better. Usually usually run around to a couple different banks, but I haven't lately. Oh, look at there. Bicentennial ender. So just a bicentennial and an 84 for me. Nothing that's going to get us any points. We're halfway done with this hunt. I'll clean this up. We'll move on to roll 6. Alright, roll 6. Tallgrass Prairie. And a 96. So nothing super great. The outsides that we can see. Let's check the inside. Not seeing any silver. These Tallgrass Prairies we can check for that West Point mint, but that one's Denver, so nothing fancy there. Another Tallgrass. Maybe Denver as well. Bicentennial, so that's 3 for the hunt. So that's not too bad. San Antonio Mission could be West Point. That one's going to be a Philadelphia. So we have been able to pull something for our collection. There's a 2012 Hawaiian Volcano. We'll hang on to that. We have been able to pull something out of every roll so far, so I can't complain. I am finding stuff to hoard away. Nothing super nice yet. Across the Delaware, we could check for the die chip. There's nothing on it. So all we're going to do is a bicentennial and a Hawaiian Volcano. So, like I said, we're still getting something off every roll, but our points have only been that one business strike so far for 2 points. We got 4 left. Let's see what they have. Alright, roll number 7, just a Denver ender and a Hawaii ender. Probably nothing super fancy unless that Denver obverse is a 2009, 10, or 11, 12. But none of them look like silver, so nothing super old, unfortunately. Silver's come around once in a while, so Perry's Victory was what that ender was. Chickasaw, another low mint. We'll hang on to that one. Gives us our minimum of 1 coin per roll. Ida B. Wells, we don't need any of those. Another bicentennial. It's number 4, so we're keeping 2 so far on this roll. Let me know in the comments if you guys hang on to your bicentennials as well. I know if you were hunting $half bicentennials, they pumped out so many of them. hanging on to. Couple of 67s in a row there. Alright, well, no points on that one, but we did get a low minted 2011 and another bicentennial, so we are still grabbing stuff out of our rolls. Let's clean this up, move on to roll number 8. Alright, well, here's roll number 8. We got ourselves a Bessie Coleman from the Women's Series and a 65 on that end. We could check to see if that one is our elusive silver 65. It has copper on it, so it is not going to be a silver. We do have some pretty old looking, worn down reading, but no silver, unfortunately. But we'll just keep taking a look, seeing if something doesn't jump out at us. Always got to check those. There's a lot of die chips on the crossing the Delaware. You could spend all day looking at them, but the main one is that die chip error on his hat. One you want to look for. So far, nothing coming out of this roll. Been a while since I pulled a West Point. Here's the 2011 Olympic. That's going to be a lower minted coin, so we'll hang on to that one. We were able to at least snag one coin out of this roll. See if we can't get another one. Looks like every roll so far has had 2. Might not make it to the 2 yet. Still got a couple left to check. The last one is that 65, but the edges were copper, so it's not going to be silver. All we did was found our one low mint coin there, so still no points. We're still sitting at 2 on this hunt, which has been pretty average for most of my hunts, so I'll get this cleaned up and we'll hit them last 2. Alright, roll number 9. We're going to have a Denver Ender and an American Memorial. That one could possibly be, has a chance of being a West Point. These are some dirty coins. You can see how nasty my fingers have gotten just off of 8 rolls. Definitely want to wash your hands after hunting coins. They are filthy. Cringe when I see children putting coins in their mouth. Choking hazard, obviously, but the germs, whatever is on these things, could tip somebody over pretty quickly. So far, pretty quiet hunt on this roll. Our luck might have ran out on pulling a coin or two out of each roll, but can't let that get to you. It's hunting, not getting, so you've always got the chance of not finding anything. There's a Hawaiian Volcano 2012, going to be a low mint, so we'll get our one coin on this roll so far. Maybe there'll be something else. Just a little over halfway through this one. Getting down there. It's pretty shiny looking, great sand dunes. Hey, I love it when you find them shiny ones. Flip them over and it's got that beautiful S mint mark. So we did find another San Francisco mint business strike. So that'll give us another 2 points on this hunt. Always feel good when I find those. Wish they were proofs, but we'll take a business strike nonetheless. That American Memorial, we'll flip that one. It's going to be a Denver. So we did find another San Francisco business strike. Nice looking coin. Give us another 2 points. Put us at 4 points on this hunt. We got one last roll. Let's see what it's hiding. Alright, here we go on to our final roll. We have Michigan and Denver. So nothing jumping out on the enders. Got a pretty corroded green one in there. Not seeing any silvers. Let's take a look at this nasty one here. What are we going to have? Looks like a 1980. Just a pond coin there. Somebody probably took that back out of the wishing well. Who knows? So far, quiet roll, but we're just getting into it. Let's hope something jumps out at us. It's pretty dirty ones in this roll. The other ones weren't dirty enough. These ones are nasty. Pretty dirty. Grand Canyon 2010, another low minted coin. So we have found at least one coin in each of our 10 rolls so far. There's another 2010 Grand Canyon. We're stacking them up. Let's see, we got a Denver on that one and a Philadelphia on that one. So we got one of each. Pretty cool. Don't find a whole lot of Grand Canyons up here. But as you can see, I do find them. Another 65. I'll do an edge check and just see that it is clad, unfortunately. The last one is a Kentucky. So just a couple of 2010 Grand Canyons. Let me get this cleaned up and I will give you a rundown on what I'm hanging on to for this hunt. Alright, well here's the roundup of our hunt. We scored 4 points because we found these two San Francisco business strikes. We got the Bombay Hook and the Great Sand Dunes. Other than that, everything is just collectible for me. We got 4 bicentennials, 2 2009s, an American Samoa and a District Columbia. For 2010, we got 2 Grand Canyons. For 2011, we got 2 Olympic and 1 Chickasaw. For 2012, we got an Acadia, a Denali, and 3 Hawaiian volcanoes. For my collection, I got my 2020 American Samoa National Park with the bats on it, a couple of 84s for my jar, and 1 Montana. Not a bad run for 10 rolls. Did score a couple of business strikes, which is really cool. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd like to ask if you could give it the old thumbs up, maybe subscribe if you haven't, share it with your friends, let them see. Let's get some people into coin hunting. I enjoy watching hunting videos as much as I enjoy hunting. It's always fun to see what other people are doing. If you guys are interested, I do sell these coins on my website at nvcreationsmontana.com. I also have a shop tab on there for jewelry if anybody's interested. I make rings out of quarters, Susan B. Anthony's, dollar coins, half dollars, some silver coins when I get a hold of them. I also make earrings and bracelets and necklaces out of coins. If anybody's interested in that stuff, check it out. But on that note, I want to thank everyone for watching, and we will see you on the next one.